most of the day, and haven't done anything yet. We've drank tea. We talked about tea in Mexico, scuba diving. No, skin diving.
Yeah.
And that's Bullet. He's a dog, and he will now explain space and time. Bullet. Come on, Bullet. Well, we got him to yawn at least.
Ah, that's a good yawn.
Sound like a sigh. Here comes the sneeze.
Yeah.
That's the exclamation point.
All right, and you predicted it successfully.
Well, I was watching him sneezing.
Ah.
It's another yawn. So he thinks what I'm saying is too boring. Well, then why don't you explain it, Bullet?
Well, supper time is normally followed by bedtime. Two kinds of time. Aspects of time, according to Einstein.
Most of his day is waiting for supper time.
Yeah, and the rest of it is spent in bedtime.
That's why he's in bed now, as you can see.
Yeah.
So this is so far the beginning of our discussion on space and time. And we only have I think we got about 12 minutes.
Actually, we have an infinite amount of time.
We have as much time as we want. But yeah. I have a call at 4 o'clock.
Ah.
Yeah, so we got about 12 minutes.
All right.
How much time does it take to explain what time is?
Infinite amount of time.
What does time
Because time isn't. Time is just an idea, it's just a concept.
Oh, right. So the beginning of it was the beating of the heart, 1 second each one. We get about 60 a minute, so it makes, like you said, it makes sense.
I think it makes sense.
Yeah. Seconds, heartbeats, how long we live. It's just a way of measuring it. And then what do you achieve in your lifetime? Like the stories that you've told, the adventures you've had and the stories you've told.
That's all it comes down to in the end. Memories.
Yeah. And knowledge or imagination.
Yeah.
Stories are the unit of human understanding. So they're a way of transmitting knowledge. You tell the story.
Yeah.
See, so much so that that Bob Berg co-authored a book with John David Mann called The Go-Giver, because he wanted to communicate the business principles of giving first. And so he wanted to make a parable. And John David Mann is great at that, so they wrote The Go-Giver together.
How to make money by giving it all away?
No, you give of whatever you do have.
Yeah.
Like your time. If you have no money, then you give your time.
Right.
There's time. Oh yes, Eva Carabello Consortium. Eva, who is in Arizona, can help men if they are trying to balance. They're struggling to balance time, money, like work, right? Mm-hmm. And love, because sometimes these things conflict. It's
Always.
like a book by David Dieta, something, The Way of the Superior Man or something.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that probably the people who bought that book would be a prime prospect for Eva.
Yeah.
I didn't tell her that yet, but I will.
Right.
So anyway, time, right? Time management, action management, as Sean Mize said. Like, it's what you do in your time. It's not really the time that matters, it's what you do. And nothing that's more important should be at the mercy of something that's less important. It's a trucker.
That's profound.
Trucker. So you have to prioritize first. You got to figure out what's most important. Like right now, I'm here for a few more days. So then what's most important would be getting firewood for you. And for me, most important is getting my stuff ready so that I can go. Right?
Building shelves.
So we got to put shelves in the shed so I can put stuff there and it keeps it out of the snow. It's just in containers. I'll put it in plastic containers. But I have to pack it and build shelves. Right? And you need firewood.
And the way to get shelves built is to get up in the morning,
not to talk about
and
it.
not spend the whole day talking about it, but doing it.
Yeah, today what we've done is create a lot of stories.
Yeah.
But see, these videos,
Starting with Pusillanimous.
yeah, these stories will go on to live forever, right? So that's
You
we've
call this
immort-
living?
right. Well, but at least your story, the picture of you, will live forever. So we've immortalized you in video.
I
and
feel
audio.
really immortalized.
Yeah, that's like
Is that
you
the
said,
same as being amortized?
like a mortgage.
Like a mortgage?
Well, mortgage
yeah.
means death, doesn't it? Mortgage.
Yes, it means a guarantee against death or something. I don't know. What's the meaning of mortgage?
Yeah.
I think originally it meant that even if you die,
You still
you
owe
still
the
owe
house.
money.
Right, because you pass it on. You pass debt.
You
to
pass
the
your
children
debt
or
on to
whoever.
your
It's part of
descendants.
the estate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which means there's no escape.
Yeah. There's assets and debt,
Yeah.
or liabilities. Actually, liabilities keep costing you. Assets keep making you money.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Hence the saying, get off your assets.
Right. So time, eh? Time and space.
Yeah.
Well, supposedly you can't travel through space faster than the speed of light. So that explains space and time. And also curved space-time explains gravity. Gravity, we
Nothing explains anything
think-
until you actually explain it.
we think that gravity, first we think of it like an apple falling out of a tree, and then later we understood it better and we're like, oh, space-time is curved. So basically things are in orbit around other things because the space-time is actually curved. But then you have to go, what is space-time? And then you have to be kind of a physicist or something to understand and explain what space-time is. Because it's the
Or what it
combination
isn't.
of
I
both
mean-
space and time. Like a planet is in orbit around the sun. So then it's following a curve, it's following like space-time, right? This is the way that it has to go.
But in my humble opinion, time is complete fallacy. It's
right.
a chimera. What's a chimera? A chimera is an animal that
It's
never
like
was.
It's like the chupacabra. That's a chimera.
Like a vociferous is a kind of chimera. Like a griffin, half eagle
Oh, right.
and half lion. Talk about schizophrenia. What are you, an eagle or a lion? I'm both. You can't be both. You've got to be one or the other.
Yeah, he'd have
Well,
a
I'm a
horrible
griffin.
time when he meets a computer because it'll ask him to classify his species,
Yeah.
and he'd try to pick two on a multiple choice, and you can only pick one. Yeah,
But my daddy was a lion and my mama was an eagle.
yeah, a griffin.
What happened? I happened.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mama laid an
Became
egg and out
existing.
came a lion with wings.
yeah.
Anyway,
so
that's
time
another
doesn't-
chimera.
So
which
time
is
doesn't really exist.
No, that's
Things
what
just
I
happen.
said.
We imagine
yeah.
time.
We
It's a way of
imagine time
measuring
because
something.
that's how we measure the delay, the waiting between each event. Because life is a series of events: birth, marriage, death.
Yeah, they said life is what happens between your plans. Like in the meantime, you make plans, and life is what happens in between them.
Yeah, like today so far, it's been a complete waste of time.
No, it's been quite entertaining.
An
now
entertaining
you'll live
waste of time because we
forever
should have been
virtually.
doing something real. But you
what
see,
we have
that's
done
my point.
is
Time is
entertaining.
unreal.
We've totally unreal.
Yeah.
Which is a story you've told recently.
Yeah.
Not yesterday, right? The day before.
All right.
And you can even see the fire in it at the same time as my dad, all in the same frame.
Yeah.
Imagine that. It's actually
And that's
true.
a demonstration of the uselessness of the concept of time.
Oh, how?
Well, because you just wasted some time showing them the fire.
Well, they have to go to totally unreal to see the fire in you at the same time.
Yeah.
And he talks about a fire. It's Philadelphia burning. So in the story, there's a movie inside that story about Philadelphia burning, and it's not just a movie; it's like a feeling.
Yeah.
It's hideous reality. It's
Right.
more advanced than virtual reality.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
more backward, depending on your view of time.
Right. Some people say time flows backwards. Actually, that we create.
When
the
you get to
past,
my age, it does.
that we
Yeah.
create the past by imagining the future or present. When we imagine the future,
Well, we
we're
imagine
changing
the
the
present
past.
because we live in the image of the present.
Yeah.
And life is an imaginary process.
But whatever you imagine becomes your future. And so they say maybe that if you imagine
Well,
something,
it doesn't
you're then
become your
changing your
future
past.
until it becomes your present.
Right,
it doesn't
until
become anything until it is.
The future is always flowing
The
into the
future
present.
doesn't exist
The future
until...
flows through the present into the past.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So if you
But
imagine
until
it,
you've actually experienced the present,
it
the
hasn't
future
happened
doesn't
yet.
exist. It's just
Only
a
in
possibility
figment of your imagination.
or a probability.
Imagination is the preview of life's coming attractions. So you
Yes.
imagine it, and then the future flows through the present into the past.
Yeah.
Then it becomes a memory, and then you talk
And
about
then
it.
it's real. Then you can talk about it. This funny thing happened to me on my way to the forum.
Yeah. It was a symposium of psychopaths.
Yes. Yeah. Vociferous.
Oh, vociferous psychopaths?
The four-legged vociferous.
What is that?
A sort of rhinoceros with
Oh.
a loud voice.
Vociferous. Oops.
Oh, you've just collapsed time.
Yeah, time and space collapse.
Yeah.
What else happens with time and space?
Well, time does not go backward because time is only the interval which we measure between events,
An event happens in time.
like breakfast, lunch, dinner,
We say that it
bedtime.
happens
They're
in
all
time.
events, and they're measured. The space between them, which
Yeah.
is nothing, when
Yeah.
nothing happens, that's what we call time.
Oh, when you're waiting. That's
When
why
you're
a
waiting
doctor
for,
has a
for the
waiting
next
room.
event.
They're going to use it
Yeah.
to make you wait. Because this makes them more important, because you have to wait for them.
Yeah, so when you keep time or beat time in music, time is the duration of a musical note before the next note.
Yeah. So it's either a time of something happening or not happening.
Right.
Because the note is the note staying on for all
But
that
you can
time.
never really say that there's nothing happening.
There's always something happening.
There's always something happening, even if it's nothing.
Electrons are
What's
going around
happening?
protons.
Nothing's happening. Well, something is happening.
Well, there's electrons going around protons and
Yeah.
neutrons or whatever.
Right. That's another version of time.
They're going very
And the heart
fast.
keeps on beating, and the brain keeps on
thinking,
thinking.
sending messages through the network,
Yeah.
signals.
Babbling.
If you observe it, yeah, it's babbling, meditation, and contemplation, and some other thing.
Excitation. Excitation is when you're about to exit, but you get excited.
Right, from a plane, like when you press the button and then you shoot up out of the cockpit
Yeah.
in a seat that turns into an umbrella.
A parachute.
Yeah, that's to slow you down. It's slowing your descent through space and time
Yeah.
towards the Earth again.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the greatest moments.
Oh, parachuting.
Parachuting is a great, great experience.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
You could talk about parachuting through space and time on video another time, because we don't have time now. We could do it, but then I'd miss the
You
meeting.
can't say we don't have time. You mean time doesn't have us.
Does it?
Well, we are all gripped
can.
in the illusion of time. Spend some quality time
Yeah.
with your daddy. You were spending quality time.
Right.
And
That's
I'm
what
spending
I'm saying.
quality time with you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Yeah.
See, we didn't waste the day. We created entertainment for both us in the present moment, and anyone watching in
And
the
the
future.
anonymous future.
Yeah.
The vociferous future.
You really like that word.
Vociferous.
I think it's becoming your word of the day.
Oh,
Even
yeah.
more than petulant.
Yeah.
No.
Pusillanimous.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah. There's nothing worse or more timid or more frightening or less frightening than a pusillanimous vociferous. That is a vociferous that can't make up its mind. Well, no, of course it
Ignore
can't.
them to your
It doesn't
peril.
have a mind.
A vociferous?
Yeah.
It just says everything. It blurts it out before it knows
Yeah,
if it's
that's
true or not.
right. Yeah, that's a good one.
It's very vocal.
It blurts it out. Like a sort of verbal diarrhea.
Like us.
Like us. Yeah.
That's how we create this discussion about space and time, which is about to run out. We're about to run out of time in this
Yeah.
one. Then we have to refer you, if you have more time, to dixtravels.com. So if you have more time than us, you can go into it endlessly all the other stories.
Right.
That's 15 minutes. That's all the time we have today. Thank you, and goodbye.